energy. You're never going to lack for passion. You're never going to lack for anything. And you're going to have a life that's extremely meaningful. It's not happy every moment. There's not meant to be. If you smile, have you ever smiled so much your face hurt? Yeah. You know, we need variety. So but meaning, that's something you can find no matter what.
I asked you before we started recording, a question I almost never ask any of my guests, which is, what is the thing that we should be talking about the most? And you told me, shortly after what your answer was, but, even shortly after that, you then went on to talk to me about how you're driven to end suffering. Now, if I compare these two answers, the answer you gave me to the question I asked about what's the most important thing for us to be talking about, and your second point about your desire to end suffering, there's probably some kind of overlap.
There is, yeah.
So if I were to ask you, just because we weren't recording then, what you think maybe the most consequential thing we should be talking about right now is, as it relates to suffering and everything that's going on in society, what would that answer be?
I think it's AI, but it's not just AI, it's nanotechnology. It's how technology, the rapid change in technology, and if you don't believe it's going to destroy humanity, and it's going to liberate us from a lot of labor, if you believe that, the ones that promote that concept. If that does happen and we displace this many jobs in this short a period of time, jobs are not just money. Jobs are meaning. It's not the only form of meaning, but it's meaning. So it's like you talk about, well, give people UBI, and okay, I think you might have to, because the changes are going to happen so rapidly. Like I said, farming, 80% of us were farmers 150 years ago. Now it's 3% and we feed the world. That's a long transition. I think I mentioned to you off the air here, I was visiting with President Obama 10 years ago, and towards the end of his term there, and I was saying, hey, I just got to talk to you. You inherited a pretty tough economy from the original 2008 breakdown.